Hey guys, it's your girl Chelsea Alexa and we're back again for another video, but you already knew that. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys how I blow out and trim my hair, and I'm actually going to be using the Revlon Paddle Blow Dryer that I've heard so much about. Quick backstory, I literally started using paddle brushes to blow my hair out maybe 6 months ago. My entire life I called them white girl brushes. I never thought they were used for me, but ever since I started using paddle brushes to blow my hair out, it literally has changed the game. And not just my hair, on my clients as well. I am a cosmetology school student. I'm not sure if you guys know that, but don't worry, I'm almost out. So I'm a cosmetology school student. I deal with all kinds of hair types at school, and I use a paddle brush for just about all of them, to be honest. So I'm excited to use this today. I've never actually used this kind of brush. I just use a regular paddle brush and a blow dryer, but I've heard good things about this brush and it was only $40. So let's try it. Why not, you know? So I already have my hair freshly washed and I have it in 6 sections. And this is how I prep for a blowout on my hair, on clients' hair, anything. So I have 2 in the front, 2 in the middle, and then 2 in the back. So I did a quick wash day. I just washed my deep conditioner out and I have moisturized my hair with this Bodyworks leave-in conditioner. And I also use this Cantu heat protectant. It says thermal shield heat protection, but it is very old, so you can barely read it. So I'm gonna use this paddle brush to detangle my hair first, and then I'm gonna go in with that blow dryer just to make sure I'm not snagging hair as I'm trying to dry it. Like I said, I did just deep condition, so my hair should be pretty detangled as it is. I just kind of want to make sure I'm thorough with it because I'm not trying to snap off the ends of my hair when I'm blow drying. I also want to say I honestly have no idea how to think right now. I want to have faith in this blow dryer that it's going to do what I want it to do, but I don't know. But that's fine because I have my paddle brush and another blow dryer in the back just in case we can't get this thing done. Let's see how this goes. It is not plugged in. So now that it's plugged in, let's try it. It has like little heat settings. I don't know if you could see them. It says cool, low, and high. I'm gonna put it on high. First section impressions, I like it. Definitely got the job done quickly. That section took about 3 minutes, a little bit less than 3 minutes actually. And it definitely got flat. It's definitely dry, not a single dry section. I was actually really concerned that I wasn't gonna be able to get the roots of my hair, but those seem dry. So far, I don't really have too many complaints other than I don't think it gets hot enough. And I think that may be a problem later on, but for right now, first section's good. And I'm going into braid dry after this, so it doesn't have to get super straight anyway. It just needs to get stretched. So yeah, not bad. Moving on. So as I'm working my way up, I kind of feel that these sections aren't as wet as the other ones. So I'm probably gonna spray a little bit of water on them just because I don't like to blow dry my hair if the hair's already getting dry. That's kind of how you just snag your hair and snatch it out. It's best to do it when it's pretty wet. So if you feel that it's drying up and you still need to blow dry, I would just suggest to put some more water on it. Okay, so final thoughts on the Revlon Paddle Brush Blow Dryer. Let's see. It definitely, I think it about performed as much as I thought it was going to. I'm gonna start with my cons, because there are not that many, to be honest. I think my main con is that it doesn't get hot enough, and because it doesn't get hot enough, it doesn't press my hair as straight enough as I would usually like. Like I said, I'm going into braids after this, so it doesn't have to be super straight anyways, but if I wanted like a flatter style, I probably would go back after this with the actual paddle brush and a blow dryer just to straighten it out a little bit more. But it definitely performs well. Okay, now my pros. It works really fast. Like each section was probably like 3 minutes, maybe 3 minutes. I was scared that I was not gonna be able to get my root with the blow dryer, but that actually was not a problem at all. I feel like my root is pretty dry. It's very easy. Like, I'm not gonna lie, if you're gonna be like me and get a paddle brush and a blow dryer in your hand and do it on yourself, like, it's like an arm workout. Like, you just going all over, like you're going to town with that blow dryer and paddle brush, okay? And it's a big workout. This is very simple. This is way less of a workout and it's way more convenient. So if you want to be a little bit lazy and maybe not get as flat as results as you like, but still get a pretty similar result, definitely get this. Honestly, I would still get this. I'll probably use it again, like on days that I'm feeling lazy and don't need a particularly straight or sleek blowout. I'd probably use this again. It was only 40 bucks, like I said, so I think it's definitely worth it. I guess we're getting into the trim now, so let me start off by saying I did a mini big chop last June. We're in April now. Oh no, we're in May. Just kidding. So I did a mini big chop like in June of last year. I'm gonna try to include a picture so you guys can see what it looked like from before to now. I think it definitely is a big difference. But I've been trying to maintain my ends and keeping them trimmed and everything. I do them myself. It's probably not even, but it looks even, and I don't really straighten my hair. I don't really straighten my hair much, so to me, as long as it looks even and it's in its natural curly state, then that's fine with me. A lot of times people think they need to trim their hair or cut their hair when it's straight. And I mean, I agree if you're a person that wears your hair straight often. Like if you flat iron your hair or silk press your hair often and you kind of like the versatility of a natural state and the straight state, I would definitely say it's probably going to be more beneficial for you to cut your hair or trim your hair when it's like straight or blown out, to get a more even result. But for me, I don't really straighten my hair ever. Not really ever, to be honest, and I don't really plan on straightening it much. And if I do straighten it, it usually goes into like a ponytail or something. It's like it's straightening for a reason. So I don't really straighten my hair, or I'm sorry, I don't really straighten my hair, and I don't really cut my hair when it's straight because I just prefer cutting it in this kind of kinkier state because that's typically the shape that I'm going to be wearing it when I wear my natural hair. Okay. So like I said, I did cut my hair. It's grown a lot, but I'm going to kind of maintain that shape. The thing is, I cut my hair into a shape. My hair's probably as long now, maybe a little bit shorter than it was when I first cut it. And the reason why I cut it is because it was short, yeah, but it just wasn't shaped. I don't mind short hair as long as there's a shape to it, and there's no shape to it. So I never wanted to wear it out. So I cut my hair into like a heart shape. It kind of like, well, you can kind of see it. You'll see it better when I trim it. It's supposed to be a heart shape. So I'm going to trim my hair basically the same way that I cut it so I can make sure I get that same shape. I'm going to start off with what's called the horseshoe section, which is basically just recession to recession. And it's not going to be super like perfect. I mean, guys, it's just myself. I'm in cosmetology school, like I told you guys, but this is, I mean, it's kind of a way they teach us to cut, but this is a way that I just do it. That's kind of cosmetology school and kind of just kitchen-y, like, you know, kitchen cosmetic-y. Okay. Then I'm gonna go right behind my ears, make 2 more sections. And this big section in the back, I'm just gonna split down the middle. So again, we have our section on top, recession to recession, and then we have our 2 sections behind the ear for the front parts, and a section somewhere close, hopefully, to the middle in the back. I've got my handy dandy shears. Don't use regular scissors. I mean, if you have to, I guess. I'm not, no. Don't use regular scissors. Try to get hair shears. These are ones that I got from school. Don't know the brand, but I mean, I've seen hair shears before at the beauty supply store at Walmart. Just invest like the $12 or whatever it's gonna be in some kind of shear if you're gonna try to trim your own hair, because they're very, very sharp, so they're not gonna leave room for split ends and things like that. Regular scissors are not as sharp as they may be. They're not gonna be as sharp as shears. So more than likely it's gonna not cut as sharp or as clean and kind of like leave room for split ends to be created. So like I said, I would just use shears. Let it loose. We're gonna cut it in half. And then we're gonna pin it. Clip it, not pin it. So I'll take the paddle brush and I'm just going to smooth this hair out a little bit. And I'm gonna hold it straight out from my head. And the first thing I'd say is to visualize the haircut you want. Like I said, I want a heart-shaped haircut, which means it's gonna look like this. It's gonna go up, then it's gonna get shorter and come down. So, knowing that I want my hair to look like this, I'm gonna make my fingers on that angle, so it kind of is gonna create that shape for me. Now, like I said, my hair's already cut in the shape, so I shouldn't be creating any new shapes. I should just be following the lines that are already there for the most part. There. I don't want to use a tail comb, but I'd say to use a tail comb only because it's going to really expose all those hairs at the end that need to come off. It'll tell you exactly where you need to cut. And now my hand's on an angle. I'll do it this way. That's all I cut. That's it. That's kind of going to be like our guideline. We're going to know now how much to cut for the next section to keep that same shape going. So I'm going to take down now this part that we clipped up originally from the same section. And we could take a little bit of the section that we just cut and put it with the new section so we know where to cut. I was holding my finger in this line, so the angle is this line. Perfect. It's not as much of a dramatic heart shape as it was when I first cut my hair because I want my hair to grow. I don't want it to stay short. It's going to be a little bit of an elongated heart shape, but it's fine. So now I'm going to do what I did to this side on this side. So I'm undoing a section. And you guessed it, splitting that in half as well. So for the back section, I want it on an angle. This time, instead of holding it straight out, we're kind of just gonna let it fall where it falls. So a little bit lower. There's not really a guide for this, I'm just cutting a little bit off. I decided to do the back section in 3 instead of 2 because it's a bigger section and I want to make sure every dead end is getting trimmed. So like I said, I'm not creating any new lines in this haircut because I already did the shape. I'm just trying to follow the lines that are already there to trim the ends off. So I thought this part of the hair was going to keep on going up in that diagonal, but I see that when I cut it the first time, this is the part where it starts rounding inwards. So the finger angle changes from going this angle to this angle. Okay, we can see the line. You see that. So we can see that first part of the heart kind of starting to shape. So we're gonna do the back section on the other side to match. There we go. Y'all see the shape. I know y'all see the shape. One side a little bit longer, but like I said, that's kind of how my hair is at the moment. It's this side. I don't really want to cut it too much more because I'd rather have a professional do it so I can just make sure it's even and I'm not just chomping away and then things start getting crazy. Trust me, that's what happened to me in the hair cutting chapter. I know how this can get. Let's just leave it. Let's leave it how it is. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I'll be freestyling with the front. When it comes to the front, I really just freestyle. For the front, I'm probably gonna just split it in half this way, horizontally. Let's at least try to act like we know what straight is. Kidding me? And I honestly, for this part, I just do a straight line. I don't do anything crazy. I go straight across. Then I'm gonna bring it up to the second section. I love this shape. I see it. Do y'all? You can kind of just see it go. My hair looks a lot shorter now, not because I cut off a lot of hair, just because my hair has shrunk now. I blew it out, but natural hair is gonna shrink. That's just what it's gonna do. Well, I don't know if it does to you, but to me it looks a lot shorter than when I first blew it out. But like I said, that's just because of shrinkage. I'm not really worried about it because like I said, I'm going to protective style it in a second anyways. But yeah, this is how I trim my hair. Like I said, I cut my hair in June of last year. I've trimmed my hair maybe 3 or 4 times since then, and this is how I do it every time. This is the exact same way I cut my hair. If you do want to cut your hair in this shape, you could probably follow these exact same patterns, but just cut more off, obviously. So like I said, that's the video. Thank you guys again for being here. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Subscribe. Okay? Subscribe. And that's all, guys. I'm off to do something with this hair because this can't be it. Till next time, friends. I'll see y'all later.